3, 2, 1, go!
We are Paul Leonard
And Bryce Graskowski.
and this is 20 Minutes of Fitness.
How's it going, Bryce?
Good, Paul. How you doing?
Well, living the dream, buddy.
Yeah,
We
nice little...
found a different place to podcast today.
Yep.
We were at the Coast Guard beach. I don't know what this beach is officially called, but it's for military use only, as we can see by the pavilion sign up there.
Oh, shit, look at that.
So hopefully we don't get into some shit for being here.
Yeah.
This is the...
I look like I'm military. White,
true.
bald guy.
Yeah, that's true. I got clean cut hair right now, too.
That's true. We're good.
This is the destination for the race this weekend that I'm still trying to convince you should join in on. So the Coral Sea Triathlon, little 400-meter swim.
I don't think so.
And then a 12-mile bike, and then a 3-mile run.
I ain't trying to work out, dude.
And I've seen Bryce swim last week, bike this week. He ran, I guess, at the Spartan race.
Seen me run here and there.
So I feel like you're ready for it, bud. You need to just shit or get off the pot.
Yeah, what time is it at?
No idea.
See, there's the problem. I'm busy at that time.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
So
Probably like at fucking 6 a.m. That's part of the problem.
So we were talking about that, though, the fact that we're doing these random stuff.
Yep.
And that brought on the conversation of what advantages we have of doing fitnessing that are not related to the fitnessing. That's not what I'm trying to say.
What in the fuck? Side effects.
Side effects. There we go. Like advantages that come without thinking about it.
Yeah, the less direct. What is it? Less intended.
The specific intended benefit, I would say, for everybody in doing fitness is to look better naked.
I don't know about that. I never did.
I
always look good naked.
I think everybody wants to be fit and lose weight, and that's like kind of everybody's objective.
Yeah. Looks are usually number one.
It's mostly aesthetic.
And most people correlate looks with health, looks with even like male, female. Females always like men that are a little more fit because they look like they could protect them and all that stuff. It's also a reason why women don't like shorter men as much because they don't.
Sorry, Ben.
Yeah, sorry, Ben. They don't feel like they could protect them as well as somebody like yourself who's super tall. And obviously on the male side's a little different. We like women that look like they could give birth.
Or at least be fun to play with.
And sustain life.
Yeah, fun to play with.
More like, yeah.
So
looks are probably number
looks
one.
are probably number one. And then aside from that, it's probably health benefits that are like
strength.
I have diabetes and I need to try to get rid of that. That would be a lot of people in the gym for those kind of like people my doctor says I'm too fat.
Yeah, people that are on the other end of the fitness scale where it's like, hey man, you have to do something before you're going down the wrong path.
And I think as we get older, we're seeing more of that where we get these old people that they haven't done shit in their lives and then they lift weights on a Sunday and their neck's messed up for 2 weeks. And then they get all fucked up for 2 weeks. Yeah.
So I had acupuncture the other day, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm going to do that again. I think this week. And I don't know.
Try to see if that helps the neck.
See what that does. Yeah. This side was the bad side. Like it hurt when I would push on my. Oh no, it still hurts. Holy fuck. God, see that shit, dude? That's my throat.
We should wrestle it. I'll choke you out.
Fuck that, dude. So something's jacked up in my neck. So we'll be able to report back on the old acupuncture and maybe talk about acupuncture.
Okay, a little more acupuncture.
But yes, that's an interesting one. So one of the side effects of working out, obviously,
not so positive one. You get sore.
You get sore as shit, and if you overdo it, you can tear too many muscles and all that stuff. Which actually is a side of on the other side. If you regularly work out and regularly do the same thing, your body adapts to that stimulus, and then you don't get all jacked up when you try to do something like, go for a bike ride and go do a triathlon or any of that stuff, or just like myself, lift weights after several months of not, and then going ham.
And to me, one of the best things about being fit in general is that you can do those random things, right? Like you can just. I was in Boston all weekend this weekend.
Boston. Oh man, you're already a native. Huh?
Oh, yeah, I'm working on it.
Sweet.
So after the weekend in Boston, though, we had to walk around. We probably walked. I think Ben has tracking it with his phone or his watch or whatever he had on. And I think we did like 6 or 7 miles the first day and 4 or 5 miles the second day.
Oh, that's not
and
bad.
I mean, it was nothing. Like it didn't seem like I wasn't sore, I wasn't tired. It's just what it was. Whereas in a lot of the people that we hung out with while we were there,
they're beat down.
They were like taking Ubers and like making other plans other than walking Ubers. Because they can't walk for 7 miles in a day and be fine the next day.
Wow, yeah, that's interesting.
We weren't even
crackheads.
We weren't even having any hesitation to it, right? Like, no soreness, no nothing. And because it was nothing.
It was a leisurely stroll, right?
Yeah, we're just enjoying it. And Boston's such a cool city to walk around and be outside.
That's how you see it.
It was a little overcast, so it wasn't super hot. And it's like walking along the Freedom Trail and seeing the different restaurants.
A good time.
It was really cool. Really, really neat. But a huge side effect of being fit is that we can get away with doing things like that without thinking twice about it.
Right.
And that's awesome. I'm really glad.
And that should be probably most people's actual intention of working out is to be able to do other stuff. I mean, that's if you read and we've mentioned this every freaking week, the 100 Words of Fitness of Glassman's, it's to do other sports. That doesn't mean you have to go play basketball, baseball. That means be able to do other physical endeavors, right? And obviously walking around Boston for 5-6 hours a day is a different endeavor when you live on an island that no one walks.
Yeah, no one's walking long distances like that.
Yeah, like you go downtown, you walk a half mile to go shopping. That's about it.
And we did a CrossFit workout on Saturday, and then I did a long bike ride.
You didn't go to a gym there, did you?
No, we just did it in a hotel gym. They actually had a nice hotel gym.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But we just used some dumbbells. Did 5 rounds for time of front rack lunges with 50s, and then 12 strict, so 12 of those, then 12 strict presses with the dumbbells, and then 30 air squats. Then you get a minute rest. That's 5 rounds per time. And that workout was actually, I recommend it to anybody in like a hotel gym scenario.
Blow your legs up.
Pretty much always get it. No, dude, shoulders.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking on fire. Those presses, the first round, I knocked it out unbroken, no problem. I'm so far ahead of Ben. Second round, I think I did like 8, and then I'm like, oh no, this is a problem. So I went 8 and 4. Third round, I was down to like 3s.
Oh, man.
By the third round, Ben was scaling down to 45s.
I was going to say, don't tell me he beat you.
No. I mean, he did beat me, but he had to scale down.
He's on the other end of our conversation.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That was a good workout, and it was one of those things that we got that soreness. Like, my shoulders were lit up the next day because I hadn't pushed those muscles for a little bit. But when you're in the gym all the time, you don't even really get much of that, right? Yeah. Like you're not sore like I was on Sunday.
Right.
That's why Sunday I did a bike to make up for it, right? So I would just worry about the legs.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, so that's a huge one. And that's like if you've ever had like elderly parents or grandparents and you're like, hey, the doctor's like, hey, you gotta start working on being able to get out of bed because you're at that stage of going to the nursing home, right? That's nursing homes and whatnot, care homes, whatever you want to call them. People generally go there because people think, oh, it's because they have cancer. Or they're it's
mobility issues.
It's mobility. Yeah, it's being able to go to the bathroom by yourself because your family members, it gets to them having to wipe your ass and pick you up off the floor. And
think how hard it is to get into and out of a bathtub as an old person.
Yeah,
I have a hard time getting in and out of the bathtub.
So if you've ever had that experience, and then you're like, all right, we're going to start trying to get you in shape. Man, it's a long road before they can ever really do anything. And it's a lot of pain for them because they're getting that soreness every time they work out. And they're working out at such a low intensity, right?
It takes a long time to build up to it.
Long time. And to just think of people that join the gym that can't do a push-up, and it's how long it takes them to be able to do a push-up. Imagine if you're 70, 80 years old trying to get to that point. I mean, it could take you till you're 90. Like, good luck. While your natural abilities are going this way, you're trying to get them to go this way. It's hard to make that curve, right?
And you look at the CrossFit community, like the oldest girl at the games, she was 72, I think.
Yeah.
She was doing legless rope climbs and L-sit, dude. I mean, she is crazy.
That's the thing.
You do not have to get old and decrepit if you work at it.
If you keep it up, at least at a maintenance level, you don't lose it. You don't necessarily, everybody thinks you're going to lose it, but not necessarily. Even strength, you look at these guys, old dudes, they're getting stronger as they get older, right? They might not have that stamina and the multiple reps. But
yeah, I mean, once you get to be your age, it's harder to keep that up.
I can't keep anything up. Hey.
Oh, too bad.
Mm-hmm. But that's a big one. Just being able to get out of bed, get off the toilet, get out of a bathtub. And that really, again, like I said, those should be, that's a health thing that should be your real intent, is to never get to that point.
And if you can be 72 and still at the CrossFit Games, then that's like, insane. That's the best, but that's not everyone's goal.
No.
But if you can just get in and do some fitness, even if it is in a hotel gym or in your home or whatever.
Yeah. And then, also, though, speaking of old people, they fall, right? That's another one that sends them into
nursing. You actually fell
home.
as soon as we got on the bike.
Oh, dude, I fell right when we got on. It's new clip-on shoes here.
Yeah,
so.
He missed it bad. He's officially wearing clip shoes, and he ate it pretty hard immediately.
10 feet?
And then he was good after that.
Yeah, 10 feet, fell down. But yeah, exactly. So I fell down. What did I do? I popped right back up, hopped back on the bike.
A couple of tears, and he's good to go.
I mean, I cried for like an hour. I called my mom, make sure I'm okay. Luckily, we Skyped, or whatever you call it nowadays.
Yeah, there you go. Good.
Zoomers call it. But I got right back on, rode away, and no harm, no foul, right? But if you're an older person and you don't work out, you break stuff.
Yeah, that fall could have meant a lot worse. And you're saying before this podcast started, one of the important things of fitnessing, not only are you making all those little muscles stronger to hold it together, but even your bone density is actually stronger. Yeah. So that little fall that you took in front of my house there, that could have actually been much worse if your body wasn't strong enough.
And even at my age,
right? Once you're a senior citizen,
so like at 45 plus, even 40 years old, like I have friends I went to school with, like, dude, if they fell off that bike, they're not getting back up. Yeah, they're breaking something. I mean, some of it has to do with they're quite a bit overweight, and that extra, but also the lack of bone density from not working out, right? And that's a huge one, especially for women. Osteoporosis is a little more rampant, right? So, lifting weights, try to lift heavy shit,
and having that muscle that's ready to be tensed. Like you look at some of these, a lot of older people, especially,
back problems.
Their muscles don't flex in the same way. I mean, obviously they still flex, but they just don't have the ability to become hard.
Yeah.
So you become a lot more bulletproof by fitnessing.
And most people's back problems, they actually have not much to do with their actual bones. It's the muscles around their bones are so weak that the bones are just sitting there. That's what's keeping them up, is the bones and the tension and the ligaments between them. And it's not the muscles. It needs to be the muscles. That's, to me, the number one thing you got to make sure you keep strong is your back.
Yeah, back and core.
Back, core.
Front and back. That's all it comes down to.
It doesn't matter if you can do curls. Doesn't matter if you can press overhead. It matters.
But fuck, can I ever do curls?
Oh yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. I started doing curls. I'm trying to bulk up for Halloween.
You're trying to gain that inch that you're down on.
I'm gonna be Bane for Halloween.
Okay.
So
nice.
At least gotta be bigger than what was that dude's name? Tom Hardy. So I'm already, I think, pretty much bigger than him. So we're doing all right. But so I got bulk up a little bit. So I'm doing curls, bench, try to get my upper body a little bigger.
There you go.
Trying to do that anyway. So
try to make yourself look like a fit old man.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Decrepituity. What else? What other benefits that we don't necessarily think of?
One big one when you're going to CrossFit gyms is you don't have as much free money to spend. So
dude, it cuts down. Track. Yeah, that's true. If you have a CrossFit gym membership, you can't afford to go out to eat all that bad food. It
saves you a lot of.
You kind of have to eat at home. Probably eat a lot of rice and potatoes, and probably not that much meat, but a lot of beans. Some good protein in beans. So that's true. You can't afford to drink anymore.
You can't afford the drinks. That's right. So you're way less likely to be on the alcohol because.
But that is a good one. Is that if you do belong to a gym, generally people will say, "Oh, CrossFit's too expensive." It's too expensive to you, to the affiliate owner. It's not nearly expensive enough. But and the number one thing you would say is, hey, how often do you go out drinking? It's one, maybe two like nights out a month, and your membership's paid for.
Or that latte every day. There's lots of those little,
and all those little things that like lattes, stopping at the gas station, getting them shit, just a $2 coffee and a fucking Kit Kat, like that's enough, right? Any of that stuff's enough. Going out drinking, out to eat and drinks once a month, maybe twice a month. The other thing on all those things is those also bring your health and fitness down and actually do the opposite of what you're trying to do. So it's good to get rid of those things. So it's a nice,
as much as I was making fun of it, it's actually kind of true.
It's a good consequence of joining a gym that's too expensive. So instead of joining a CrossFit gym, because we need to make you really fit, call me up for personal training.
There you go, because it's less expensive. And
it's more expensive. Personal training, more expensive. So now you're not going out at all now.
Okay.
But also then you stop wanting to go out and do all those things anyway once you get to a certain health fitness level.
So I guess that's a good thought as far as your personal life goes. We were talking last week about what you've been up to. Is that something you've considered, doing personal training? That'd be a good way to make good money.
Yeah, I could. I don't necessarily want to do in-person personal training.
No.
Because I don't want to go to people's houses or like go to a gym.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind their houses, but definitely don't want to go to, I guess I would do it at somebody's house, but going to a gym, I don't want to go to a gym. So eventually,
like a field,
once I move and have my own space, I'll absolutely do it, you know? But yeah.
Interesting. So if people are interested, look them up in the phone book. Don't talk to Bryce.
Yeah, exactly. But I would do like definitely online training, like, you know, watch your videos and all that stuff. I'll be definitely doing that.
Nice.
Another unintended thing, and I don't think it's something that you would necessarily set out for as a goal of exercise, is like reflexes and all that stuff, right? All your body functions work better.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to be, actually everything, you're going to be more regular. You're going to be able to, your eyesight will be better just from blood flow, all the stuff that kind of falls away from lack of blood flow, you know. So that's another one. Reflex is huge though.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You look at older people, their memory goes, their reflexes go, their eyesight goes, and all those things can definitely be helped by exercise. So
I think our little conversation just there was a good one to do for next week. So I think next week we should talk about the surprising cost of being a gym.
Oh,
I think most members, like I was thinking about this the other day, if I'm going to go back to CrossFit West Oahu and with the new ownership and start paying membership,
Active and Fit,
you're going to have to start paying for full membership, and that's expensive.
Yeah.
But everybody sees that CrossFit membership number and thinks, holy shit, that 180 or 200, whatever it is a month, that's a lot of money for what it is. But from the gym owner perspective, like you said, that's actually not even enough money, really.
It's not.
Like,
it's definitely not.
I mean, you wouldn't have sold your gym if it was making lots of money, right? So it seems like at that $200 a month, let's call it, price point, that you're giving the gym owner so much money that from my perspective as an athlete, you're like, this is crazy. But from your perspective as the former owner,
we can break
why
it down.
Is that not even a good enough deal?
Absolutely. I just had this conversation last night with Tommy, so yeah, it works well.
So let's make some notes on it and have a good one for next week.
All right, guys. Peace out. Like, subscribe to the channel, comments, whatever you got. So make sure you subscribe to the podcast on wherever your podcast.
Anywhere you podcast.
Yeah, Are we on Spotify?
We're on everything.
Are we?
Oh, yeah.
Sweet. Sure. All right. I got it.
I mean, unless we're not. I think we are.
Peace out. Later.